everybody, Cole here with Classic Mini DIY. Now, I know it's been a little while since I've done a DIY video, and as you can see, I'm not at my workshop like I normally am. And the reason is because I have been preparing to redo the workspace that I have here and do kind of a renovation multi-part series on redoing this and making it perfect for me and working on my car and the things that are important to me as far as an outdoor workspace goes. Now, in addition to that, I kind of want to cover a few things in this video about a workspace and working on a classic car. Now, a lot of people think, I don't have this, I don't have that. It's too hard for me to get into a classic car because I don't have the space for it, I don't have the tools for it, I don't have this or that. And while it may be more difficult if you don't have a carport, or if you don't have a garage, or you don't have a workspace, it's not impossible. And I wanted to take some time and just kind of call that out because I have had this car for about 6 years now, maybe 7 years, kind of lost track. But when I bought this car, I lived in an apartment. All I had was a parking deck. I lived in an apartment itself, and I was on the 4th floor. And if you kind of put all those things together, it doesn't really seem that conducive for buying a totally ratted out old Mini Cooper. But I was so into these cars, and I had the drive to actually work on them, that it's crazy what you'll do to make something work like that. Now, I took apart the car, I repaired things in the parking lot, and I lived in 2 more apartments before I even ended up in a house with some level of my own personal workspace. In fact, I restored the subframes and the wheels and the whole underbody of this car on the balcony of my 4th floor apartment. So what I'm trying to get at is that working on these cars doesn't require a full workspace or a full workshop. You can do it with simple tools, screwdriver, a set of wrenches, and you're in pretty good shape already on this car. I mean, if you have a 1/2 inch and a 9/16 and maybe a 7/16 wrench, you can do most of the jobs on this car pretty easily. But I wanted to take you guys on this trip through restoring this whole room and kind of bringing it up to spec where I want it to be so that it's a really comfortable space for me to work in, and you guys can kind of get a tour of what it's like already so you know what I've been working with for the past 2 years while I've lived in this house. So let's go ahead and head in here and I'll show you guys exactly what it looks like now so I can compare it to when we finish. Alright, so now I know this view is a little unconventional. The space isn't huge, obviously. It's just a little workroom. But I wanted to kind of give you guys a tour of what it's like right now so you know how I'm going to be changing it and the way I'm going to kind of sculpt it to be what I want it to be. So on the back wall here you see I've got this pegboard. This I added in probably about a year ago, and it has all of my kind of primary tools on it. But I want to extend this pegboard kind of out this way and along this wall right over here, which I'll show you in a little bit. But this wall right now is just studs and the outside of my house. So it lets a lot of air in, lets a lot of heat, lets a lot of cool in, and I kind of want to make this room a little bit more comfortable so that I can do more videos out here for you guys and make it a lot more just comfortable for me. This is my only air conditioner right now, and it's just a fan that's screwed to this wood shelf up here, and I can flip that on when I need it, but it doesn't really cut it. This LCD monitor I set up here just so that I would have a way to attach my camera that looks down here, and I would be able to see it much easier instead of looking up at the camera the whole time. But on this side of the wall, I want to bring this pegboard all the way out here, insulate it, and make it really nice so that I can spend a lot of time in here. In addition, I have my toolbox right on the floor over here. Can't see it too well, but it's a pretty basic toolbox. It has only the essentials. Let me get this camera pointed down a little bit and you can see a little bit better. So that's my toolbox right there. And it doesn't have a ton of tools in it, but it has what I need. And that's the important part. You don't need 4,000 wrenches. You only need 1 9/16 and 1 1/2 inch. And, what else you need for the Mini. Or whatever classic car you're working on, because it doesn't necessarily mean that the Mini is the only thing that I'm working on out here. Now, as we pan to the right or the left here, can't really tell, probably know after I edit the video, see all of my just kind of like outdoor tool sets and everything. That needs to move. That doesn't need to be in here. It's just making this room a mess. And then on the other side here, I just have my bench vise, the door out to the carport, and then some windows that look out onto my car. As you can see above my pegboard, it's just kind of a mess of stuff. It's just old mini parts and things that have come off of the car as I've worked on it. And that's going to need to get organized as well. And then on the opposite side of my pegboard, I have a whole bunch of shelves that I built into the studs and everything, and they're crazy strong, but they are crazy ugly too. So I kind of want to finish out this wall as well with the insulation and everything, and get all this stuff down, get rid of it if I don't need it. I'm not into keeping stuff, and I think that kind of getting rid of clutter is it's really good for your mental health. But get rid of this stuff here. You know, if I don't need it, put some insulation in there, put some drywall up over there, and make it really, really nice. And then we have, of course, the doorway over here, which has a new door in there I just recently put in. Putting in a pre-hung door is not actually that difficult. I thought it was something that was much harder, but it ended up being pretty easy. And then we have both of the windows over here, and those could do with an update too, but I don't know if I'll do that. I don't know, I probably will. And I want to finish this out as well. And then all that's left is the space above my workspace, which literally just opens up into the attic. So it gets crazy hot in here during the summer and crazy cold in here during the winter because this is just open. And as you can see, I've got a bunch of crap up there too. Ignore my excessive amounts of packing material. And all the wiring is just exposed. And so I think it'd be pretty cool to redo this space, put some foam board insulation maybe on those rafters, and seal this space and really make it an actual room. You know, I don't think I'll put an AC in here, but I think that insulating this space could do a lot and really help it out. So I hope that you guys aren't totally bored by this stuff. This is really why I haven't been making DIY videos recently. I've been planning all of this out and getting this prepared for a, total gut and remodel. I want to bring you guys on this journey with me. If you are looking for DIY videos and you're like, dang that Cole, I can't believe he's making this garbage and making a vlog. I can't believe that. Really sorry. But I got to get this stuff done before I can make some more cool videos for you. And getting all of this finished will make it really nice. And then, I can keep making really cool content for you guys, set up some camera jigs, lighting, all that kind of stuff. So probably going to release another, probably 2 videos, maybe 3 videos for this room and the whole remodel. So you can expect those and then in the coming weeks, months. As well as I'll probably try and do maybe 1 DIY video in the mix of that if I can. This room might be just too messy, so we'll see. No promises, but hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video when I start taking everything out and getting some new pegboard and stuff hung up. So thanks for watching, and motor on.